What if I could share 3 points with you today that could change your life? Well, that's what I want to do for you today. I'm going to share something with you, and it's going to seem simple, but if you listen, if you pay attention and take this serious, your life will change over the next 6 months for the better. The 3 things that I want to talk to you about is your finances, your relationships, and your health. The first one we're going to discuss is relationships. Whether you're talking about your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your significant other, whatever the case may be, that's an area of our life where it brings problems. It brings a lack of peace. We've been in relationships where, you end up crying because things aren't going right, or you're with someone that doesn't give you the respect that you deserve, or you're with someone that is not doing their part in the relationship. You just don't see the eye to eye. I mean, you're just unhappy in a relationship, but you stay in a relationship often because we're afraid of change. We don't like change. It's easier to stick with what we have than to move on to something else, to say, enough of this, I can't do it anymore, or go out and get professional help. That's another problem. We often don't go out and get professional help. Sometimes we need to talk to someone else. The problem could lie in that person, or it could lie within you. But if we don't get an outside opinion, we may never know. Well, one of the problems that happens in relationships is that we have expectations, and those expectations are often unmet. So, for example, you're working, a job that's bringing in $50, $60, $100,000, and that other person, they barely work. They're not working consistently. They're dropping jobs, whenever one gets hard. So, you're just disappointed. Or there's infidelity in the relationship. You're expecting them to do what they're supposed to do, and they're not doing it. Perhaps you came up in different backgrounds. You grew up in for example, a household that was religious and had high values and morals. And this person that you're with, they grew up in a different house. They may not believe in, God or a higher authority at all. Those are things that you guys have differences in. So you're going to have expectations that are unmet. So it's the unmet expectations in our relationships that cause the majority of the problems. You may expect sex, or you may expect a meal every day, and you're not getting that. Unmet expectations. Those are things that have to be discussed and dealt with, either between the two of you or getting professional help to do it. Maybe you're just lacking, when I talk about relationships, maybe you're just lacking love altogether. You're not with someone. You're pursuing a relationship. You're looking for Mr. Right or Miss Right, and that person just has not come along. And you're thinking, wow, I'm 30, I'm 40, I'm 50, I'm 60, and I don't have that special one in my life. Well, if that's you, I ask you to look in the mirror and decide that you're going to be the person that you want. Be the person, have the characteristics that you're looking for in a relationship. If you want someone that's loving, and you want someone that's, making 6 figures a year, then maybe you should work towards being that person. Be the person that you're hoping to find. Okay, that's going to change your everyday happiness as it relates to relationships if you wake up and you are intentional about the relationships. Now, number 2, your finances. Many of us feel like it's never enough. No matter what we're making, when you were making $50,000 a year, that wasn't enough. Now you're at 100, now you're at 200, and it's still not enough. Well, it's not enough because we're always looking to grow. And unfortunately, in our society, we look at TV, we look at social media, and we're always thinking we want what they have. We want what someone else has, what the next door neighbor has. We want a car, the nicest car, the biggest house on the block. That's what we want in America. As Americans, and it's not just America. Let me stop saying that. All around the world, we want what others want. There are people in certain countries that they want what Americans have. They say that we are the worst people in the world because we have everything and they feel like they have nothing. So even though you feel like life is not fair and you're not getting what you want, there are people doing worse and want what you want. But back to the everyday finances, we think that it's not enough. It's never enough what we have. Well, are we living beyond our means? Do we have to have that, those clothes, those $1,000 shoes, the $100,000 car? Do we have to have those things? Are we unhappy because we're living to acquire those things? And because we don't have it yet, it brings us misery. It brings us unhappiness. We're looking at other people. And in some cases, when it comes to finances, our problem is that we're carrying others. I know too many people, and let me admit that I'm a softie too. There are people that, take advantage of my generosity, my niceness, and that's an area of my life where I have to grow and be stronger in, because I love people and I care about people, but sometimes we care too much. There are a lot of what I call moochers out there that is taking advantage. They're leaning on you and they're stopping your financial growth. They mismanage their money, but yet they want to borrow your money. They want to use your car, use your spare bedroom. Whatever the case may be, there are moochers out there that's making your life difficult. Well, what I want you to do is just be a stronger person. Be able to say no. Actually, you're helping people sometimes when you make them stand on their own, when you say, no, I can't do that. You've mismanaged yours. Now you want to spend mine. Change your finances. That again, the relationship change, the relationship shift, the financial shift is going to change your life. The third one is our health. It's a fact that America is the fattest nation in the world. We in America are typically overweight. And because we're overweight, and it's not the only problem, but because we're overweight, a lot of problems, a lot of health problems arise out of that. I know we all know someone that says, my knee hurt, my back hurt, I'm diabetic, I have a heart condition. These are all issues that are often brought on because of obesity. No matter what your age is, if you start today changing your life, get out there and elevate your heart rate to 120, 130 beats per minute, at least for 20, 30 minutes, 3 times a week, is going to change your life. Because when you get to that 50, 60, 70 years old, you don't want to be dealing with all the health situations and not be able to enjoy life. So you have to deal with it now. One of my favorite quotes, and you guys have heard it before, is that successful people do today what others won't do so that they can have tomorrow what others won't have. In other words, if you sacrifice today, if you sacrifice, that slice of cake or that piece of pie or that milkshake, you will be healthier tomorrow because you did that. Go ahead and eat those vegetables. I'm not saying don't eat some, things that you enjoy, but be intentional about what you eat, how you exercise. Be intentional about your health so that your tomorrow, we always think that, well, I'll start that tomorrow. I'm young, I can eat anything I want. That's not the case. So 3 things that can change your life if you wake up today, tomorrow, being intentional about. Be intentional about quality relationships, setting boundaries so that people aren't causing you problems and emotional headaches. Setting boundaries in your finances. I'm not spending. I'm building, a savings account, an emergency fund. I'm investing in things that is going to financially benefit me. And when it comes to your health, doing the things about your health that's going to lead to a healthy life 5, 10, 15 years down the road. It will change your life. All right. I hope you like this content. I'm asking you to please like, subscribe, and share this content. Be blessed.